Going on, Lucid family? It's your guy Fabian coming back at you with another great video, this time on Lucid stock. And like always, I want to remind you guys I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing that you see or hear on my channel should be considered financial advice. With that being said, my favorite stock, Lucid, is down, right? Lucid is down 5.4% today, guys. Down $1.55, ending at $27.15, as you guys can see here. And you know, I told you guys in the past, I actually am in on this stock around $24, right? So I'm still technically positive on this stock, guys. And so my conviction with this stock remains the same. I still love Lucid. I actually live in the Bay Area, right? I'm like 10 minutes away from Newark, California, where their headquarters is at. So I'm still very bullish on Lucid. I see them down the street, flying down the highway all the time. I see them charging all the time. So I know for a lot of you guys around the country and, you know, around the globe, you guys don't see them very often. You know, you probably do see a Tesla here and there, right? But you don't see a Lucid like I do. You don't see it up close and personal like I do. But I see them all the time. My conviction has remained the same. I still believe in Lucid. I'm still holding on, you know. I'm still in profit. Only thing I did was sell some covered calls against my position because obviously I seen the writing on the wall, right, guys? I mean, the stock is in a downtrend, as you can see, right? It still hasn't broken above our trend line. So it's still indicating that it's bearish. I mean, that's okay, right? All it indicates is that that's just a bigger buying opportunity, right? If you liked Lucid when it was at 57.75, and I know some people that bought in around there, right? So why are you not liking it around 27 or 24? I think it dropped down to like 25 today. Why are you not buying it at that price, right? Because you think it's gonna drop back down to what? 8.16, 17, 18. I mean, yeah, it could, but at the same time, it just might not, right? Yeah, the whole stock market has been shitty, right? It's been crappy, right? Excuse my language, but you got fears of Omicron, fears of war. Then you got fears of the Fed. They're gonna raise inflation. You got all these things working against the whole stock market, not just Lucid, right? But in my opinion, and other YouTubers are saying they're selling all their stock and they're putting it in some blue chip, whatever, right? That's them. But for me, I'm buying more because I like Lucid. I think it's, I like the product. I mean, I know we're all waiting on deliveries, right? And to me, it's not really make or break. Some people say it's make or break, but it's not really make or break. So, in my opinion, if you're not buying it right now, yeah, you could wait. And, you could wait. Or, as the RSI is signaling that, it's going into oversold territory, right? So, who knows? Maybe Monday is the day that we see a reversal. I don't care if it doesn't reverse on Monday and it heads down lower, right? So, I mean, we have some more support. If it was to head down lower, we have some more support in the 20s. Right, we got support at around like 22. I mean, if it was to drop down as low as 22, but 25 to 22, we still have some support. So, in my opinion, if it drops that low, then I'll be willing to buy some more, right? But all I'm doing is looking at the stock, guys. I'm just watching this downtrend, right? You see, I drew my line, my trend line. And I don't see any candle closing above it, so it's just indicating that it's still in the downtrend. And that's perfectly fine, right? The whole stock market is red. People are taking their money out of growth stocks, which I know we don't like to think of it, but Lucid is a growth stock, right? So they're taking their money out of growth stocks. Lucid is one of them. So if I didn't sell when it was at $57, I'm definitely not going to sell right now when it's at, 25 or whatnot. 27. I mean, come on. The only thing I'm doing, guys, is adding to my position. And since I have so many shares of Lucid, all I did was sell some covered calls, which right now they're kind of acting like a hedge. If you don't know what a hedge is, it's just kind of like something to protect yourself against the volatility in the market, right? So when I sold the covered calls, Lucid was around $45. So now that it's, taking a dive down with the rest of the market, the SPY and the NASDAQ, my covered calls they're up, right? If I was to buy them back because I sold them, if I was to buy them back right now, I would make a profit. And, I will most likely end up buying them back on Monday. But, they're up so much. I can literally hold on to them and just see what happens. I'm not going to be greedy with those covered calls, But, everything still looks right. You can see the stock has broken out of the Bollinger Bands, and it's still trading below the 100-day, 50-day, the 20-day moving average. So it's showing weakness. I'm not going to sit here and, tell you guys that Lucid is going to the moon and everything. No, it's not. It's broken out of the Bollinger Bands and it's trading below the moving averages. So it's not looking great, guys. But at the end of the day, if you're in it long haul, if you believe in the company and you believe in the stock, then these dips should mean nothing to you, right? You should just look at them as a buying opportunity. And we've been I actually bought in CCIV. So when CCIV went up to $64 the first time around, I bought it around like $16. And when it rose up, I actually made a little bit of money off of it. But, back then I really didn't know what was going on with Lucid. So I rode the buy the rumor, sell the news type of thing. And I made a little bit of money and I sold it. And then, I've been holding ever since, all through this consolidation, right? This is all just consolidation. All through that until the big break right around here, right around, I think it was November or October, right? Until the stock started shooting up. And then I loaded up right around like $24. I knew something big was coming. And then they announced deliveries that they started delivering, and then the stock shot up. So right now we're all just kind of in limbo waiting to see what happens with deliveries, right? I mean, the stock was trading in this channel between $35 and $45, and unfortunately it has broken down below that. But that just poses another buying opportunity for people that have been waiting to get in on this stock, right? I know some YouTubers, bigger YouTubers than me, have said, I'm selling because it's going to drop. And a lot of people follow them and they say, well, I'm going to wait for that drop. And this is the drop, guys. I mean, this is it, right? And people are going to start loading up, because guess what? There's just like there's a Ford to a GM, right? There's going to be a Lucid to a Tesla, right? There's going to be some kind of competition. Tesla's been dominating the market. And eventually you're going to have some kind of competition come by. And to me, that's Lucid, right? So where do I see the stock going Monday morning? I think it has a very good chance of making somewhat of a reversal, right? Now, obviously, I wait for confirmation. I don't just, I'm going to throw my money on that it's going to, go into reversal on Monday. No, I wait for confirmation. So I need to see this stock have a candle close above my trend line here, and then what I like to do is I like to wait for it to come back down and back test and bounce off the trend line, right? That usually lets you know that we're headed for a reversal. But until then, I'm just just sitting by. I have a great position with Lucid. Yeah, I mean, my portfolio is bleeding. I'm sure yours is bleeding. Everybody's portfolio is bleeding. Not just EV stocks, but everything is bleeding, right? But I mean, I'm in fairly low, and all this is just nothing more than a dip buying opportunity for me, guys. I haven't been buying shares because it's been kind of high. I haven't been buying in the 40s or the 30s. But I will be buying if it drops a little bit lower. But what I have been buying is like calls. And I already told you guys I sold some calls. But that's just what I look at it like, right? Plenty of upside to buy some calls and then also sell some covered calls, which right now are, looking pretty good that I did sell them just to kind of hedge. But all in all, I was looking at an article, and well, actually, I deleted that, but I'll probably make another video on that article later on. But I just wanted to make a quick video on Lucid. I'm still very bullish on it. All I see is nothing but a dip buying opportunity, and if this thing continues to go downward, which it can because there's a lot of downward pressure on the stock right now, then guess what, guys? All I'm doing is buying more. And yeah, I mean, nothing has changed for me, right? I still have a lot of conviction that the stock will do good. And so when I bought it at $16, I was hoping it was going to go up to 100, whatever. It didn't. It went up to like 57, and that's fine. Came back down, but guess what? What goes up must come down, but then usually within the stock market, it'll come back up. Now, we do have all this, news about inflation and all this other stuff, Omicron. So, yeah, that's going to hamper the growth stocks and the growth from the growth stocks. But, the stock market has always overcome, guys. So, I think eventually, it might not be as great of a year like 2021 when we were all making a ton of profit, but I think 2022 can still be a decent year if you play your cards right? And you hold your dry powder, your money, right, until you see these dips, and then you start buying, right? But until then, I think right now the main catalyst that we're all waiting for is deliveries, right? So I think they're not going to announce that until the 21st. Come the 21st, if Lucid says, hey, we beat deliveries and, we did good, then guess what? This bad boy is going upward, right? And, but, strange things can happen. Tesla just announced good earnings and all that, and guess what? Their stock still went down because they reported that they've been having issues with supply and the chips and all of that stuff, right? So, investors, they look at the big picture. Yeah, you did good, but you're having these issues that could pose potential problems in the long run. But guess what? It's not just them, it's the whole industry. So, I mean, so we're not going to invest at all ever again? No, right? So, let's be real, guys. I mean, right now is a great opportunity to buy some of your favorite stocks. And I've been buying a lot of different stocks right now, and I'll probably make some videos later on of what stocks I'm buying right now during the dip. But I just wanted to cover Lucid. I want to let you guys know that I'm still feeling very bullish about it, even though it's in this downtrend and even though it's looking bad as of late, but it's just the whole market as a whole. So definitely keep your eyes on Lucid, and if you're bullish like I am, then you have nothing to worry about. And like always, I want to thank you guys for liking and subscribing, and I will see you guys on the next one.